Well, we made it to 2025, and I just want to start off by wishing everyone a very happy new year. And what better way to kick off the new year than on a high note with my top 5 favorite things about living in Raleigh, North Carolina. I've made all sorts of videos about all the accolades Raleigh and the Greater Triangle region have received. The 6th best place to live in America, the number 4 fastest growing large economy, the number 5 best quality of life, the number 1 best city for first-time homebuyers, and the list goes on and on. But in this video, I'm going to tell you what I love about living in Raleigh, North Carolina. But real quick, my name is Matt Martin, and I'm a Raleigh-based realtor. I've helped tons of clients, just like you, relocate to the Triangle region of North Carolina, and if you're looking to do the same, I'd love to help you too. Now, if you've watched my other videos, you probably already know that I moved here back in early 2021 from New York City, and I was born and raised in Southern California. So this top 5 list that I'm coming to you with is coming from a transplant, likely like you, who isn't originally from Raleigh or from the South at all. And we'll kick things off with one of my favorite things about living here, and that's the overall size of the city. It's kind of the Goldilocks of cities. Not too big, not too small, but just right. Raleigh itself has a population of just under 500,000, while the Greater Triangle metro area, which includes Raleigh, Durham, Cary, Chapel Hill, and most cities and towns within about a 30-minute radius from the airport, is over 2.1 million people. So definitely not small by any means. You'll hear people who are originally from Raleigh talk about how big it's become, but if you're moving here from LA or New York or Austin, Raleigh will feel a lot smaller than you're used to. One of the things I love about a city this size is that you can get most places you want to be within 15 to 20 minutes, and barring driving during rush hour, traffic usually isn't too bad. I also love that it still retains a lot of its small town feel, which I'm going to expand upon in another section coming up. The city's small enough that you'll constantly find yourself running into people you know, be it at the grocery store or popping up on the Jumbotron at a concert at Lenovo Center. That actually happened to me recently with a friend I knew. And I also love how much the city is growing and being a part of that growth. Since we moved here 4 years ago, we've seen so many new things come to Raleigh. There's an entire new section of the North Hill Shopping District with an incredible 3-story Restoration Hardware that just opened up. Raleigh Ironworks transformed an abandoned warehouse into a new hotspot with incredible food, fitness, and brewery options. Smoky Hollow has expanded its retail offerings. An entire new community has spawned on the east side of Dorothea Dix Park. Multiple new high-rises have gone up downtown. Luxury apartments galore have opened up, and it feels like new restaurants, bars, and breweries are opening every week. It's exciting, and it's been so fun to experience the growth and change over such a short period of time. And speaking of all that growth and all those new openings, let's talk about another thing I love about Raleigh, and that's the booming food and brewery scene. We have multiple James Beard award-winning and nominated chefs, including Ashley Christensen, Chidi Kumar, and Scott Crawford, all bringing top-tier culinary talent here to Raleigh, and they're always opening more restaurants. I made a whole video of my top favorite restaurants in Raleigh, which you can find right here, but I already feel like it's outdated since a bunch of new ones have opened in just the last few months. Of course, we have Southern staples that serve amazing barbecue, and heads up, when you move here, you're gonna have to pick a side between Eastern Carolina barbecue, which is vinegar-based, and Western Carolina barbecue, which is more traditionally tomato or ketchup-based. But we also have some incredibly high-end dining options with upscale interior decor that can rival many of the major cities across the country. And if you're a beer or cider fan, we have over 40 breweries across the Triangle, with more popping up all the time. And one of the great things about many of the restaurants and pretty much all the breweries is that they offer outdoor seating, which means you can bring your furry friends along with you. And that outdoor seating feeds perfectly into my next favorite thing about Raleigh, which is the weather. Now, if you're looking for a place that's a perfect 70 degrees every day, this isn't it for you. But if you love having 4 seasons, but without the extremes of each of them, then I think you'll be quite happy here. Yes, the summers are hot and humid, we can't deny that, but they're nothing like what you'd find in Florida or Texas, with endless streaks of days over 100 degrees. And the worst of it only lasts about 2 to 3 months. And the winters, yes, we get down in the 20s and 30s, but the highs are typically in the 50s, and we only get a couple inches of snow a year. But actually, I'm filming this in January 2025, and we haven't had a single snowflake fall since January of 22, so I'm starting to doubt Raleigh's snowfall claims. And winter will be out of here by about March, unlike in the Northeast where it dragged on into April or beyond. We also have about 220 sunny days a year here, so there are plenty of gorgeous blue sky days to enjoy a great meal or beer outdoors. That great weather also pairs perfectly with the next thing that almost anyone in Raleigh will mention as one of their favorite parts of living here, and that's our access to the outdoors. We have the incredible Greenway network that snakes through the triangle, including over 150 miles of trails for running, walking, or biking. And our Greenway network is constantly praised for its beauty and accessibility, and it's something that makes the region really unique. And the Greenway network connects into many of our lakes and parks. Truly, in under 30 minutes in any direction from downtown Raleigh, you'll have incredible outdoor options from Falls Lake to the north and Jordan Lake to the west, both of which allow motorized crafts. Then there's the 300+ acre Dix Park right near downtown. There's the 5,500+ acre Umstead Park just between Raleigh and Durham, and then tons of smaller parks in between. Not to mention, everywhere you look, there are trees, and more trees. Literally everyone who visits Raleigh for the first time comments on the canopy of trees that this region is famous for. And when paired with our rolling hills, it just makes for a beautiful setting. And if you're looking for more options, we're just 2 hours away from the beach and 3 hours to the nearest mountain. So there's always something to do around here if you're looking to get outside and enjoy some fresh air. All right, last but not least, I love how nice the people are here. This goes back to that small town feel I was mentioning earlier in the video. I mean, everywhere you go, people want to have conversations, they're smiling, and as silly as this sounds, you'll be amazed at the serenity of living in a city where it's incredibly rare, and I mean incredibly rare, to hear a horn honk. I tell people all the time who are coming here to visit for the first time, if you want to learn about the city, just talk to the people. And talking to them is super easy, since I promise you, anywhere you go, be it restaurants, breweries, museums, coffee shops, people will strike up a conversation. When we moved into our new house, multiple neighbors brought over baked goods like you see in the movies. We have block parties and neighborhood ornament exchanges around the holidays. We're friends with the staff at a bunch of restaurants and coffee shops around town. And even when I have to call and speak with city officials for work, they are so nice and so helpful. That's completely different from what I would experience in New York City, so that's definitely been a breath of fresh air. So those are my top 5 favorite things about living in Raleigh, North Carolina. If you'd like to come see what makes the Triangle region of North Carolina so great, or you're ready to kick off your home hunt here, I'd love to be your guide. You can reach me by phone, email, or text, and you can find all my contact information in the link below, or by scanning this QR code right here with your phone. And if you liked this video, I have a whole catalog of others all about moving to, living in, and buying real estate in and around Raleigh, North Carolina. Here's another one here that you may like, so give it a click to keep on watching.